Atelier Sophie. Disclaimer: I've uh, I've been in this game probably twice, so playing yet another time.
よし、休憩終わり。
It's not a bad thing. I love this game a lot, actually. If you're trying to get into Atelier,
さて、
this is a good. Oh no. This is a good starting point.
亡くなった祖母から教わった錬金術でアトリエを営んでいます。
So the point of this game, I would say, is
とはいえ、その腕前は
make
ま
a
だ
lot
ま
of
だのよう
alchemical
で。
things, fight monsters, gather ingredients on the outside world, and cook even more powerful items. Usually it comes down to
失敗だ。
making really strong bombs.
こんな
blowing up
いつまで
things.
経ってもおばあちゃんみたいになれないよ。ああ、なんか錬金術がバーンと上手くなる方法とかないのかな。
But yeah, Sophie
そしたらすごい薬とか作って
and Rice
街のみんなから
are
頼
really
ら
good
れ
entry
て。
points to the game, and then just go through Rorora, Totori, Meruru
苦労しない。
trilogy.
ああ、片付けしよっと。あ、はーい。
So another disclaimer is that this game got a deluxe edition released this year, I
こん
believe.
にちは、サフィー。なんだかすごい匂いだけれど、
So it might be a good idea to just, well,
さっき
get that one instead of getting the original one.
それよりモニカ、どうしたの？ええ、実は頼みたいことがあって。モニカが頼み事なんて珍しいな。どうしたの？さっきホルストさんに会って山氏の薬を用立ててほしいと頼まれたんだけど、どこに行っても手に入らなくて、ひょっとしたらソフィーなら知ってるかもって思ったの。ほら、ソフィーって一応錬金術師じゃない？だからね。一応は余計だよ。でも山氏の薬か、作ったことないんだよね。おばあちゃんが作ってるのを見たことあるから作れる気はするんだけど、もともと私が引き受けた依頼だし、難しそうだったら無理はしなくていいのよ。
There's also an English audio track as well
困
for
ってる人は
this
放
game.
っておけないからね。
What is my
私に任せ
experience
てよ。
with Japanese
で
games
も
and
ちょっ
the
と自
English
信ないから、
voice
おばあ
track,
ちゃん
I'd
の方
say,
に探してみるね。
is that it's usually only voicing the main story plot, while the side stories and all the side quests don't get. Alright, all the DLC is gonna pop up. Where the side stories and the side quests are usually not voiced at all, which feels kinda lame. Whereas on the Japanese one, like, almost everything is voiced. So I'm not making much use of the money I paid for the game if I'm only using the English track. Plus, of course, there's like some liberties taken on the English voice track in some other games, so might not be what the author or whoever wrote the script for the game intended to be. But that's the woes of like translating a game and localizing the game, I guess. You could have changed the script a bit so it becomes more relatable, more hip, and it ends up being more dated by the end of the day. Because usually they end up sneaking up memes, and those memes don't translate really well. First I save.
あ、これおばあちゃんのお菓子レシピだ。ワッフルにフィナンシェ。見てたらお腹
Monica just standing back there as I if I ask you for medicine or food.
ソフィー？
Yep.
ああ、うんうん。いやー、この本じゃなかったなー。もう ちゃんと探してよね。
Give me a minute, I need to type something to somebody. Da, da, da.
さてと、次は何を作ろうかな。
It's dangerous.
見つからないな。どうしたの？見覚えのない本があって。立派な想定の本ね。中身はどうなってるのかしら。ちょっと
By the
見
way,
て
this is
みる
not
ね。
like the original costume for Sophie. This is actually a costume that you unlock later on in the story. But for some reason, whenever you start a new game, you get
これ錬金
sent
術の
to
図鑑
the
みたいだ。
last costume your Sophie was wearing.
でも最初の方だけ
So
だ。
that's kind of weird.
へえ、そうなの。
Also, I guess it's a spoiler. Sophie changes costumes midway through the game. I like both costumes, regardless of what they are.
山氏の薬の作り方だよ。モニカに頼まれたやつ。本当？作れそうなの？もちろん。素材も足りてるし、今からパパッと作ってるね。お願いするわね。失敗しないように気をつけてね。大丈夫だって。任せてよ。
Yes, this is items by accessing the alchemy code. Accessing these days allows you to load and save the game. You can set the time to whenever you like by sleeping in the bed, of course, and when you're at night, you will automatically rest until the morning. Okay. Oh boy, the alchemy tree. So first we save. These are my previous saves. I always make two. 2019 February 14th and 2021 January 5th. What's the last update? 61 hours, 44 hours. Let's make new save mate. And now we have new. I have to make sure not to overwrite my previous saves, but knowing me, I will end up overwriting them by accident, and it's not gonna be great.
よーし、それじゃあ作ってみよう。お願いね、ソフィー。任せといて。よし、何を作ろうかな。
To synthesize items, you first select one of the recipes that you've learned, of course. Synthesis requires you to have the designated items. You can check which recipes you can make by looking at the O, triangle, X buttons on the left. O can synthesize, triangle can synthesize after making materials, and X not enough materials. You can use this key as quick reference to see which recipes you can make. Burg recipe, it's to play all of them. Recovery items, stack items, bombs, and synthesis are usually the midway components or things that you can use to hoard attributes from materials that you've gathered.
どの材料を使おう。
Choosing the recipe, you can select the materials. Yes, some materials require a specific item, but they can be also items like water, of course. When a category is selected, you can freely select any items removed from that category, of course. However, which item also has a different category value that represents its affinity with the category, of course. The category value is displayed on the item's icon lower right as a number, of course, which the color represents its item color. Yeah. You can press X to swap the item information and check the two categories and put all at once, of course. And we need magic grass, we need two of those. The window on the right displays the quality, effect, value, size, and use count, of course. size, the average size of the selected materials. Use count, it can increase up to 3 times as size grows for certain points, of course. So this one requires animal, not just monster fur. It can be any material that is on the animal category. It also requires water. There's many things that can be water. This, by the way, is not representative because each game has a different synthesis system. This one system is not displayed right away. Oh, oops. Press the skip. So the book starts flying up. The music is also pretty comfy in this game. Horsebuster.
これをソフィーが作ったんですか？
はい。どこかダメなとこありましたか？
とんでもない。これほど見事な山師の薬、めったに見られるものではありませんよ。いやはや、ソフィーの錬金術の腕前も上達しているんですね。二人ともとても助かりました。これは今回のお駄賃です。
200 coal.
ありがとうございます、ホルストさん。ホルストさん、私何もしていないのでいただくわけには。
いえいえ、急な頼み事をしてしまいましたから手間賃だと思ってください。
それではありがたくいただいておきます。ソフィーも本当にありがとね。もし何か困ったことがあったら力になるから言ってちょうだい。それじゃあそろそろ失礼するわね。ホルストさん、ソフィー、さようなら。
ええ、それでは。
今日は頑張ったな。
The book is flying.
本が浮いてる。本って浮かぶものだったっけ？帰ってくるなり想像しいですね。
That is actually Sophie's original costume, which I should have changed into, but I forgot.
今本が喋ったよ。はい、喋りましたが。本が喋ってる。
Other robot.
落ち着いてください。人だって言葉を発するのです。本が話をしたとしても何もおかしくはないでしょ。
I cannot defy this logic at all.
そういうものなのかな。よし、一旦落ち着こう。あなたはさっきの図鑑だよね。私が書き込んだやつ。はい、プラフタと申します。
プラフタ。
あ、名前あるんだ。私はソフィーって言います。ソフィーですね。記憶しました。プラフタさん？プラフタで結構です。あ、うん。プラフタは一体何なの？ 本です。
Yeah.
いや、それはわかるけど本なのに飛んでるし喋ってるし、なんかすっごく不思議って思って。確かに私は通常の本とは異なります。なぜなら私は妙ですね。思い出せません。私は何なのでしょうか。いや、私に聞かれても。ねえ、ひょっとしてプラフター記憶がないの？どうやらそのようです。錬金術に関わりがあることだけは覚えているのですが。錬金術？それなら私力になれるかも。私実は錬金術師なんだ。
Sophie, you made one medicine.
存じています。
I don't think that qualifies you as an alchemist.
駆け出しの錬金術師ですね。
It's like if I fix my toilet, that means I'm a plumber.
見てたんだ。でも今はちゃんと作れるし。あんなもの少し勉強すれば子供だって作れます。でもホルストさんにすごい出来栄えって褒められたし。
She's a barista. He's not an alchemist, Sophie.
私からは特別優れていたようには見えませんでしたが。どうせ私錬金術下手だもん。
Barista, bartender, I honestly don't know
いろんなもの作れない
which
し。
is the difference between both of them.
おばあちゃんみたいに町のみんなを助けてあげられないもん。
Sophie.
うまくなりたいですか？
Oh,
錬金術がうまくなりたいですか？それはもちろん。なれるならなりたいけど、知識の大釜という道具があります。誰でも偉大な錬金術を行使しうる錬金術の知の結晶。それさえあればあなたはあなたの願う通りに自在に錬金術を駆使できるようになるでしょう。そんなすごい道具があるの？欲しい。ねえ、それどこにあるの？知識の大釜は、
so by now you already know what's the plot of the game. Finding this magical cauldron.
まさかとは思うけど、釜について忘れちゃった？そのようです。本当に？ひどいよ。期待だけ持たせといてあんまりだよ。申し訳ありません。しかし全く思い出せないのです。お詫びと言ってはなんですが、私があなたに錬金術を教えましょう。記憶を失っているとはいえ、あなたよりも錬金術の知識を持っている自信があります。確かにプラフタって賢そうだし、私より絶対錬金術詳しいよね。教えてくれるって言うならお願いしたいかも。はい、それではこれからよろしくお願いします。よろしくね、プラフター。いつもより顔を上げて前を見れば、ほら世界はこんなに広がって。
Intro movie.
この空の向こうに何が待ってるんだろう。流れる雲で迷い込んだ路地裏。あの日見た景色をずっと目指して歩いてきたつもりだったけれど、一歩ずつ一歩ずつ前を向いて近づいて離れてを繰り返し。
Something weird that happens with my machine is that they usually like cannot handle some in-game movies. This happens as well with TNC3 for some already choppy or delayed. I have no idea. This game is the first entry on the Mysterious trilogy. Atelier games usually are divided by 3 games in a series. The only exception, I believe, is Ireland, which has 4. But like the 4th game came way after the fact. I think like the Mysterious series ended, and then they made the 4th game of Ireland before making the next trilogy, which is the Ryza trilogy.
やる気ですね。いつまでも駆け出しじゃいられないからね。では、まずは調合をしてみてください。
So now the game shows you the actual synthesis system that is, I think, mostly unique to this game. Like every game in Atelier has a different synthesis system, and it changes every game for no reason. But I guess they want to innovate on something in every game.
どうしました？
I like this one the most.
薬を作るのに全部使っちゃったみたい。何も残ってないや。なら取りに行く必要がありますね。近くに素材を採取できそうな場所はありますか？うん、一応知ってはいるけど、あそこにはプニが出るから一人だと怖いな。
Ponies are slimes, by the way.
モニカについてきてもらおう。
Are the changes or they're just changes? They're interesting sometimes. I like the system on this one. I like the system as well on Ryza's, for example. The Ryza system was pretty interesting. It all comes down to how they make you learn new recipes. When the game gives me the chance to regain control, and I think I should be able to show you how the unlock system on this game is.
はい、なるべく早くお願いします。時間は有限ですから。あまり寄り道をしてこられると、錬金術を教える時間が減ってしまいます。
Also, is the volume from my microphone and my game like good? Is the game loud enough that you can hear voices and shit like that? First things first. Change the costume. Is the old. The OG. So double save because. Oh, it doesn't. That's right. It doesn't move. Your mic could be louder. Let me check. I am a bit louder now. Oh, I probably picked I picked. Is this better now? I moved it 4 decibels more louder. I'll move it. Now. Would that be better? Much better. Okay, there we go. Save again because I must take it for this. So there we go. Splachter. Let's try to play around and still I don't need to teach you. Okay. Equipment. Sophie has. You can carry as an alchemist 5 different items into battle. And these are the exploration items are usually items that you just carry around and have different effects on your, let's say, overworld. Like, for example, be able to gather more effect stuff, be able to move faster, be able to teleport directly to your atelier. Yada yada yada. This, you end up unlocking them over time. You can have 2 accessories, a weapon, and a piece of armor. Effects, traits, blah blah blah, all these changes. Events, container. So you have a maximum amount of items that you can have in your Atelier of 5,000. I've never ever reached 5,000 ever in this game. Because you are usually using a crap ton of items whenever you're making a synthesis. The next game in the series, which is Furies, does a really poor job with the container system, in my opinion. I don't know how they handled it on the deluxe edition, but that's like one of my biggest and most turn-offs about Furies, among other things. I know there are a lot of people that like it, but yeah, there's English and Japanese voice acting. I put it on hard. I'm not gonna play on despair because despair can be really tough. Status. So over time, and while gaining levels, characters gain new skills and new follow-up attacks. Oh yeah, follow-up attacks are a thing in this game, according to which party members you have. So you better get used to me saving a lot, because I tend to get extremely paranoid of not saving and wasting a lot of time. Time will pass when Sophie takes actions in the movie or synthesis, of course. Would like to view explanation, of course, because we have a beginner. See the current time in the upper left corner of the screen, of course. Movement exploration synthesis and other actions will cause the time to slowly pass. The time that can cause changes in monster present, gather items, etc. A week is 25 days, called Sprout, Bud, Flower, Fruit, and Seed. People around town will be doing different in the week. A month consists of 30 days. The current day will display on the calendar, and there's a problem with the screen, of course. So, why would I suggest this game as a starter over the other ones? Because the Arland series, with the exception of Lulua, the Dust series, as well, and the other previous Atelier games, have a time limit. And in my opinion, that kind of sucks, to have a time limit on a game that you can just do whatever you want on the synthesis system, and, well, could use for time to explore how to make different combination of items to create powerful things. If there's a time limit, that means that you have to do very specific things to get the true ending, the good ending, or get a bad ending. Sophie just, no time limit, just do whatever you want, which for me feels like a good way to introduce people into the series. Yeah, I understand why there's time limits, and some people will make the argument that the time limit is something very integral of the Atelier series, but at the same time, if you can remove it, the time limit, and the game is still good, then I wouldn't say the time limit is an integral part of the game. I would say the alchemy and the characters are a pretty important part of the series overall. So now we get our first companion. Oh right, I forgot to equip the items. Oops. Right, I forgot also to mention that the combat system changes every so often in every game. This one is turn-based, and on Ryza is like some sort of real-time kind of battle. It's weird. It's really weird for me, because you can use them. Like to mention, of course, the game is pretty good at holding your hand and telling, hey, who can explain this system? Do you want me to explain it to you? I like this sort of tutorial, as well as having the visual aid of it. See which character can equip the item or not by checking the single page details, of course. So, equipment. While you're in the town vicinity or your atelier, you can equip and unequip things. So, these unibags are bombs. They are not like high explosive bombs, but they are like the equivalent of bombs. Later on, you unlock many more powerful and insane bombs. Right event, of course, every so often it updates and it tells you what you have to do. These are only 2 events going on. First, learn alchemy. The second one is to go to the place. So let's get to this. You later on unlock fast travel within the town. You don't have to go through scene by scene. Monica also has bound physics on her chest. Marguerite.
あ、マルグリットさん。はい、これからソフィーの採取を手伝いに。ね、ソフィー。いいな。今日もお野菜おいしそう。
ソフィーはうちの野菜に夢中みたいだね。
ソフィー？あ、うん、そうそう。これから採取に行くところなんです。
そうかいそうかい。気をつけて行ってくるんだよ。
はい、お気遣いありがとうございます。
そういや、うちのバカ息子はどこをほっつき歩いてるのかね。もし見かけたら、私が探してたって言っておいておくれよ。
わかりました。見かけたら言っておきますね。それではマルグリットさん、失礼いたします。
ああ、それじゃあね。
So now we have to find this woman's son. Which most likely, if I remember correctly, is on the area that we're going for. This is the overboard.
次はどこに行くの？
Get him Bell into Chickwood. This is the first gathering location. Of course, on the first gathering locations and everything, materials are gonna be pretty shitty, but that's how it goes. Like trade-less, bad quality, and yada yada yada.
空気がおいしい。街の外に出るのすごい久しぶりな気がするよ。ソフィー、気をつけなきゃダメよ。いつ魔物が出てもおかしくないんだから。わかってる。って、あれ？誰かいる？あれって。おーい！オスカー！
He's the boy. A thick boy. The man Oscar.
あれ、ソフィーとモニカじゃないか。こんなところでどうしたんだ？
ちょっと錬金術の素
The
材を
music is
集
so
め
good
て。
as well.
オスカーは？
オイラは植物の観察に来たのさ。ここの植物はなかなか面白い話を聞かせてくれるよ。
Oh yeah, he can hear plants and listen to the vegetables as if they were talking to him.
オスカー、あなた。
When he talks to
また
plants.
植物と話をしてたと。
I didn't mention that everybody is kind of weird in this game, right? I didn't mention. I will mention it now. Everybody is kind of weird. Monica is probably the only one that is not weird.
逆にオイラにとっては話ができない方が不思議だよ。
He does have a good point though. If you're able to listen to plants but nobody else is able to, and you find it normal, it would be probably weird
オスカーは昔から
to
こん
be
な
able
調
to
子
hear
だ
and
ったの？
talk to plants.
今さらどうこう言うつもりはないわ。
なんかトゲのある言い方だな。
あ、そうだ。マルグリットさんがオスカーのこと探してたよ。
やばい、配達の仕事忘れてた。このままじゃ母ちゃんに叱られる。
自業自得ね。諦めなさい、オスカー。
なんだ今の音。
There's a pony.
ソフィー下がって。オスカー、戦えるわね。
ちょっと待ってくれよ。
Also, the vegetable motif on his outfit is great.
来るわよ。
Of course, since we have beginners, we battle enemies and allies will take turns to perform actions. This also changes every game. Select the command to perform, of course. You can use the command various actions, set it up with, of course, the keypad and press confirm to play. The action order is displayed to the left in order from top to bottom. Turns go from which is the order depending on actions performed, of course. Furthermore, important actions are battle stance, is a stance offensive or defensive. This system, this part of the system, the stance system, gets better later on in the game. At the start of the game, you don't see much of a use. Just offensive increases your attack power and support attacks, blah 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 blah. Increases your defense, allows you to support guard, which letting blah blah blah. In support action, may be used with the chain link, which is filled, chain link code, which is filled to 100%. The support is the current stance. Checking the enemy's actions and choosing the appropriate stance. So yeah, it will tell you when the enemy is gonna attack, when the enemy is gonna use a skill, and when he's gonna use a really powerful skill. Simple. Good use of this information. It's basically displaying intentions, like in, say, Slay the Spire, for example. This is the first fight. And I think it's playing the boss music because I have it on hard. Right, Sophie. Let's use an item. Oh yeah, Oscar uses a shovel as a weapon, by the way. Again, 1 experience point. Yes, the pony didn't attack.
怪我はないみたいね。
ああ、なんとかね。でも急に襲ってくるなんて聞いてないよ。
He was minding his own business and he got killed in action.
私たちと一緒に行か
His
な
own
い？
home.
今みたいにまた魔物が出た時、一人じゃ危ないよ。
そうみたいだ。じゃあオイラも一緒に行くよ。痛い目に遭うのはごめんだからね。
Kevin stole his newspaper that was sleeping on on the forest bench.
よし、そうと決まったらパパッと採取済ませちゃおう。あ、オスカーも手伝ってね。
いや、そこまでするとは言ってない。
ここであったこと、マルグリットさんに黙っといてあげるから。
Sophie, expert of blackmailing.
わかった。
We blackmailed Oscar into your party now. Preparation of gathering points and enemy symbols, of course. Pressing game on gathering point will allow you to gather items. Other monsters also dwell in most areas, and touching enemy symbol will start a battle. If you hit an enemy by swinging first with your staff, you start with an advantage. You can swing by pressing X, make use of this. Two monster feathers. So on the top right there's a minimap. Marked in green are gather points. Later on with red are enemies.
よし、これくらい取れば十分かな。
Should be a plenty.
こけ使われた。
どうするのソフィー？もう少し調べていく？
やめとこうぜ。おいらもうクタクタだよ。それにあんまり長いするとヤバい魔物が出てくるかもしれないぜ。
This is also a mechanic in the game.
確かにオスカーの言う通りかも。それじゃあそろそろ帰る。あ、二人ともアトリエに寄っていってよ。お茶かなんか出すからさ。そう？じゃあお言葉に甘えようかしら。ね、オスカー？
ああ。だけどちょっとだけ休ませて。
Would like to view an exploration for changes in gathering fields, of course. Low HP yourself will use, of course, yeah. Taking action reduces your LP. So your LP will reduce your abilities to low LP, yeah. Also, exploring the same field multiple times will allow you to gather better materials. One number lets you gather better materials, but enemies get stronger. How about the enemies will go stronger, so be careful. This can change depending on time of the day and weather. Yeah, that's also another mechanic. So let's get out and let's gain again. I think it doesn't send me back to the atelier.
次はどこに行くの？
なあ、ソフィー。
Of course, we're going back into the woods so that the enemies actually spawn.
いいものあるかな？
Or do I get a repeat of these materials?
サンタちゃんや川にも
I guess I have to
ちゃんと使い
actually
道があるのかな？
go on a bit with the story before the place becomes
よーし、どこに行くんだい？
the normal one rather than the event one.
ただいま。あ、おかえりなさい。
Casually blacked and welcoming people.
本が浮いてる。それに喋ってる。
Get used to this. Every character will say that at least
植物だ
once.
けじゃなく、本の声まで聞こえるようになるなんて。
Oscar, books are made out of plants, so I don't think you find it any weird either.
いや、オスカー、今回は私にも聞こえているわ。ソフィ
It
ー、
can be made of
あな
animal
ただけでなく、
skin
あ
too,
な
I
たの
guess.
友人も想像しいのですね。あはは、プラフタを見たら普通誰でも驚くと思うけど。二人とも、あのね。
She proceeds to explain who Plakta is.
図鑑に物を書き込んで、しばらくしたら本が喋り出したね。
Yumeka.
夢みたいな話だな。
まさかあの図鑑がこんなすごい本だったなんて。私も最初は驚いたよ。だって本が飛んで喋るんだもん。別におかしいことではないと思いますが。
いや、おかしいよ。
それでプラフターさん？プラフタで結構です。あ、じゃあプラフタは一体何者なの？あ、モニカ、それ私も聞いたんだけど、プラフター記憶がないみたいなんだ。そうなの？はい。覚えているのは名前と少しばかりの錬金術の知識のみです。そうなんだよね。プラフタの記憶、なんとかして取り戻してあげられないかな。
記憶ね。なんかきっかけみたいなものがあれば戻るんじゃないの？
きっかけか。あ、ソフィー、私思いついたわ。プラフタが喋るようになったきっかけってソフィーが図鑑に書き込んだことよね。うん、多分そのはずだよ。だったら図鑑にレシピを書き込んでいけばプラフタの記憶も蘇るんじゃないかしら。
Monica
おー、
being
なるほど。
actually the brains of the group.
ねえ、プラフタはどう思う？ありえない話ではないと思います。やってみる価値はあるかと。よーし、そうと決まったら錬金術の勉強をたくさんしてどんどんプラフタに書き込んでいかなきゃ。そうね、これも何かの縁だし、何か協力できることがあったら言ってね。
ああ、おいらも手伝えることは手伝うよ。
みんなありがとう。
おっと、もうこんな時間だ。母ちゃんに叱られちまうからおいら帰るよ。
じゃあ私も失礼するわ。ソフィー、プラフタ、またね。うん、またね。プラフタのために頑張らないとね。ええ、期待していますよ。
Send all these obtained items. Oops. I want to check them. So let's first save. I do this all the time. Finish collecting something. So if you get wiped out in battle, you also get sent to the atelier, but you lose like 90% of the items you collected. It's better always to just get back and have all the items you collected rather than like 10% of them.
よーし。
Kinda sucks.
今度こそ調合を始めるよ。プラフタ、いろいろ教えてね。はい、わかりました。よし、何を作ろうかな。
Now time to make another medicine.
こんな感じで大丈夫？それじゃあ。
And this is the system. Thanks to Blackta's teaching, now you can perform even more detailed synthesis. Placing materials on the panel will increase the quality and the effect of the synthesized item. Try to select the well water first. As you select the material, you can choose where you want to place it on the panel. Try pressing the button on the lower right.
う いい感じ。
The quality will increase when more panels are covered and taking bonus lights on the panels will increase the effect value on the materials. So now the window to the right will show you what effects this item will have according to what value you gained. So now for now, because I have like 2 magic grass, I have baseline of 20. But now if I place this down here,
いい流れだよ。
I've gained plus 6. The magic grass causes surrounding bonuses to grow larger. You can increase the effect of bonuses by placing materials adjacent to them. Magic bonuses will have a greater effect, and taking them with the same color material lets you even a greater effect value. Now select the monster feather. There's no way to place monster feather up without materials. Try placing on top of the magic grass and see what happens. Place it here.
何かいいこと起こり
So
そう。
you don't use the value from the previous material that you've used, but it changed also the colors of the orbs around it. The magic is placed as appear on with the if you place material to the original will sink and will not be visible in the panel anymore. This one causes a first, but due to the less panels being covered, it will have to gain quality and effect. When you're selecting materials, you best to choose the ones that would overlap and fit together well. Well, you can take the magic grass. So now we have like these gigantic orbs. My HP recovery will go from being extra small to still be extra small because I didn't hit the threshold of 50. The color value majority will gain. For example, you use red, blue, alright, yeah. There's something else that happens afterwards. Because the combination value is the same, all 3 will receive an extra bonus of 18%.
こんな感じで大丈夫？
With effect value increasing, now your HP recovery X has changed to HP recovery S and also gain a new effect recovery bonuses. Material location when you place materials and with material affects the results. If you cover the entire panel, you get a large quality bonus. Scan materials and placement. Try. This is okay. It will take only 1 hour to do.
では仕上げのお時間です。
Breath medicine.
レベルアップ。わあ、今までのよりいい出来だよ。はい。同じレシピでも
This system gets upgrades within the same game on later stages, so it becomes more and more complex, which is the same, I'd say, with every Atelier game.
創意工夫だね。うん、わかったよ。ところでさ、プラッカー、私そろそろ別のものを作ってみたいんだけど。それも創意工夫次第ですよ。え、どういうこと？日常の生活で経験する様々な出来
Right. Yeah, ideas.
聞いたもの、感じたもの、それらをもとに創意工夫することで新しい錬金術のレシピをひらめくこともあるということです。とにかくいろんなことをやってみろってこと？簡単に言ってしまえばそうなりますね。わかった。とりあえずいろいろやってみることにするよ。ええ、ぜひそうしてみてください。少なくとも得た経験は必ずあなたのためになるはずですから。
Sophie's daily action can cause her to think up new item recipes. So like, of course, tell me how to get these recipe ideas. Sophie performs particular actions, she may come up with new recipes for items. You check the recipe idea conditions and the recipes idea in the main menu. Recipes are key to bringing back black test memories. Progress support recipes and strong legend will be displayed. So let's progress a bit with the story. Recipe idea. Beginner recipes. So these are not all the recipes. There's different tiers, but this is the beginning of them. So, to unlock this one, we have to gather Uni. And to unlock this one, slaying monsters and completing requests. it will give you a hint usually, and we unlock the bomb. So let's first go out. Uptown functions have been unlocked. Of course, tell me what it is. Quick travel. The places you want to go downtown will allow you to travel directly there. You can also see what characters are present in each area. This is important. Just stay in the same places, but once in a while they will go somewhere unexpected. We will run into unexpected events during this time. Here you can gather water.
水汲みたくさん取っちゃうよ。
Because I gathered water, I unlocked a new idea. Beginner recipe sortea can be synthesized. You will write down the idea, and once you go to the atelier, it will tell you what it is. It's a red crystal shard. So let me see. What's yeah, this one. So let's visit Mr. Horst at the cafe.
いらっしゃいませソフィー。この間はありがとうございました。
いえいえ、お安いご用です。また何かあったらいつでも言ってください。
それでは早速お願いしてよろしいですか。
何かあるんですか？
ええ、この店は人が集まるのでいろんな頼み事が入ってくるのですよ。
He's outsourcing his problems.
ソフィーにはそういう依頼の対応をお願いしたいのです。
私で大丈夫でしょうか？
あれだけのものが作れるのです。今のソフィーなら大丈夫でしょう。それに私の方でソフィーにできそうなものをまとめるので大丈夫です。
わかりました。それならやってみます。
ありがとうございます。頼み事の他にもいろんな情報がありますので、詳しく知りたいことがあったら言ってください。
You can accept and purchase rumors from Horst. Look at explanation, of course, give an explanation to this. Requests allow you to solve problems of townspeople and work for money, of course. As a request have a deadline, you have received a warning the field that when a deadline is approaching. You'll see this number nearing. I thought that like Steam would actually, the stream would actually show my Steam thing, but it didn't. So that's good. So I had some people going into other things. Because the rumors that updated the set periods of time, you should check back frequently. Guns, blah blah. But yeah, rumors are kind of important for some materials.
いらっしゃい。よく来ましたね、ソフィー。
Didn't you? I'm still amazed at how somebody who will go to further extent to find you because of a message I sent you. That blows my mind. So what's the request? I want simple bombs. Yeah,
ありがとう。
it should be easy. This one should be easy. This one should be easy. We learned to make this one, so this one should be easy. And we have made.
いらっしゃい。どの
So you can pay money and Horse will tell you
その
rumors.
上そのあり
So buy all these because
その
otherwise they would take up space for actual good use for rumors.
そ
Yeah. All requests, if there's a group request, there are multiple requests bundled together into one, and if you complete all of them, you receive extra bonus. She says that is very important and focus only on defense. You can be wiped by powerful enemy attacks supported to defensively sometimes. For the cafe, you wish to know about my shop. The shop is a cafe during the day and a bar during the night. The marriage request, blah blah blah. There are 5 days.
そ
About
の
the
噂で
basket.
ありが
It's obvious, but there's a limit to how much you can fit in your basket, of course. Pay close attention, and you might be able to throw things away when you don't find good materials.
So-
From the shop. Friends, flavor in the morning, especially good. They're on another level. Yeah.
そ
So now we go to the world map. So we now unlocked the Pilgrim's Road. First things first. We can save on the overworld. That is something that I did to forget. So let's go to the Chickwood. Also, red dots means that there's like a small event.
オイラの日
Usually a good thing happens to you. Like recovery health, recovery LP, getting an item, or getting money.
何が取れるかな？
Red pony. Not red pony. Red uni. Eggs. So now we have enemies on the field.
採取採取って食べられそうだよね。
Because now we picked up pony. We unlocked another recipe. Pony bag. I think I forgot. Because it's on hard, I should probably do the baby mode ponies first.
面倒だから早く終わらせちまおう。
So the music changes according to the difficulty of the enemy. If it is like easy, you get this sort of song. If it is harder, you get like a different type of song. So this pony is gonna hit with a skill. Let's get to this. Let's use our boy Oscar's massive shovel to destroy this thing. And pony press. Oh yeah, there's a small bar under the enemy portrait that when it is filled up, it becomes broken. It will cancel the action that they were going to do, and any damage done to the enemy while it is broken, it's critical damage. Of course, because it goes first, it just stops being broken. Let's just follow up because the chain link became 100%. Should be able to finish this battle before they use pony press again.
行くわよ。みんなお疲れ様。
I guess because this is not actually really that hard, I'm gonna do the green pony.
よいしょ。厄介な相手に
There it is.
注意して。
Now because the enemies have been challenging, we got a different thing going on. Let's aim to break this green pony before... Wait. Light's edge. Oh wait, Monica. No, yeah, it's okay, it's fine. Still hits before everybody else. So yeah, using a skill or using a normal attack, you get a different priority in the... Oh no, this is bad. Because of pony press, it was going... Oh no. Oh no. Oh, it's fine. It became broken. There we go. There you go. Critical. One damage. Oh no. Now follow up with Sophie. I might get wiped out, maybe. Let's use spoony bags. Let's get yourself, Mr. Oscar.
この道具なかなか効くよ。
これで大丈夫さ。
Oscar dead? No, Oscar alive. Oscar dead.
オイラの負けだ。
行くわよ。チャンスだよ。
Use item. Oh. Can I run? Please let me run. Hey! Get the fuck out of here. This is a bit too difficult for me right now.
さあ、張り切っていこう。
Actually, Yeah, I should have probably... Right, because it's raining. And it's on 2 volts. I should probably get the fuck out of here, actually. I'll grind a bit more, but Green Pony will kick my ass if I... And I don't want to lose all these items. Not that it matters much because it's the like beginner items. Sortea and Unibag. So whenever you go back to your atelier, everybody gets healed up. Let's make... Alright, I don't have Uni. Let's make some berg medicine though. Some Sortea to actually complete the request. Sort by quality. So let's use... I'm gonna use red Uni. Some unknown egg. Some... Because I have 37 on yellow, I get a bigger bonus like that. If I do it like this. This is where the part where you start fuddling about and be like, okay, if I place it here, do I get a better bonus or do I get a worse bonus? So let's like this. And well, should be fine. This is gonna be the one that I had named anyway, so not a big deal. So now there's another recipe that I can learn from because I unlocked the idea for Unibag, which is this one. Simple sweets. Idea from Ramel wheat. I need to slay a bit more monsters and play requests. So that one can be reported, so I have to go to the bar. Synthesize another medicine. Couldn't kill it too. Let's try this way. Or try this. Let's try this way. Yeah, I'll take it. Okay, so let's equip my other guys. Equipment Oscar. Oscar can carry these ones, I guess. I'll get Monica to also carry some berg medicine. So items have charges, and whenever you use all those charges, the item is gone. Later on, you look a way to refill those items at the cost of money. But yeah, I'm trying to be a bit more. Well, a bit more. I'll use the items sparingly at times. These two. I still don't have enough pony balls and I need more Yuri. That was a huge boost to Plachter's memory gauge. Let's go back here. Gather more materials, kill some pony. The goal will be to be able to beat the green one. Because it's nighttime, there's different enemies. I have no idea if I'm able to kill the ghosts.
厄介な相手ね。注意して
Judging by the music, highly likely I will not. Actually, I should be able to, because they have 18 HP, they will have 40 more, so...
この道具なかなか効くよ。
Bug. Yeah. Should be fine, right? Yeah, should be fine. That's one ghost less.
行くわよ。
Oscar can tank the hits, no problem. Oscar will live through. Hit here and hit here.
この道具なかなか効くよ。
And now follow up from Sophie, but that's only like what, 3 damages.
や
Yeah, easy. Ghosts, not much HP.
ドーンいい汗かいた。
なんだ
Leveled
か
up.
強くなった気がするよ。この経
Some
験
stats.
次に生かさないとね。
植物のためにオイラは強くなるのさ。
They sometimes drop a little chest with even more materials, like a piece of armor. You're not able to interact with the armor and everything like that until you get back to your atelier. So that's worth noting. Let's use some berg medicine on Sophie. Some Oscar. I should be able to kill these
よいしょ
ghosts for
よいしょ。
easy
うわなんだか
experience.
強そう。
At least to like level 3 or something.
敵に道具を使うよ。
Oh.
行くわよ。
Once I unlock more powerful AoE based bombs, like fights just become throw this bomb, everything dies, you gain like a crap ton of experience. I think I can melee this guy to death, so shouldn't be much of a problem.
せい。
Bam.
いい汗かいた。
なんだか強くなった気がする。この経験
植物の
Let's get some more in the field things.
たくさん取っちゃうよ。
Now enemies changed to orbs at elite. Kill some more Lopuri.
よいしょ。うわなんだか強そう。
A single great pony, I think I can handle it. I think I can handle one single great pony.
うわ
And I may have been hitting the wrong blue pony.
や
Yep, I focused my damage on the wrong one. Pony press. It's okay. It's fine. So now one of my univacs are gone. No biggie. Actually defend. Yeah, I'll put Oscar on the
敵に道
defense.
具を使うよ。
There we go, support card. Make the Oscar tank the hit.
や
Big thick boy, being able to soak that damage. So it's offensive. I have to guarantee the kill.
ドーン。
この道具なかなか効くよ。やチャンスだよ。
せい。
Easy. 9 experience from the ghosts were just so much better.
何が取れるかな。
I think I will stay on the field until I unlock
いつも通りにやるだけよ。
Black Snake's memory.
隙あり。
せい。
Say.
や余裕の勝利ね。よいしょ。なんだか強そう。
Do I have enough bombs for the crit one? I it should be enough. It's gonna be a couple of pony presses. Let's heal Monica.
敵に道具を使うよ。
You can have it's worth pointing out, you can have a maximum of 4 party members
うまく効果出るかしら。
in battle. And there's, what, far more than 4 people in the game. So it becomes a question of who you want to bring out into the fight. I believe like people outside your party also gain experience, so that they're not like, under leveled or anything and you don't have to go back and grind. But each character has like a different set of skills, affinities, blah 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 blah. It's worth exploring and using each of them to know what they can do. We haven't seen Best Boy yet. Should be able to finish one of the requests. Let's get back.
よーし、どこに行くんだい？
Did I pick up Uni? No. Yeah, I picked some. Okay. So we're gonna need some of them. Completing the request will probably give me... I don't want to check the items. It will give me enough for unlocking the bomb. The bomb. Let's go to the cafe. Oh, best girl.
ソフィー。
こんにちは、ホルストさん。あ、ソフィーだ。久
This.
しぶりだね。
This guy's mine.
テスさん、お久しぶりです。しばらく見かけなかったけど、何してたんですか？家のこととかいろいろかな。まあ、今日からお店に復帰したんで、よろしく。あ、はい、よろしくお願いします。あれ？そういえば、なんだかお客さんもいつもより多いような。
This shows up, everybody comes into the cafe.
ふふん、それは私がいるからかな。やっぱりお店には花がないとね。
ええ、そうですね。テスが戻ってきてくれて、店がまた賑やかになりますよ。
売上向上にしっかり貢献しますからね。任せておいてくださいよ、マスター。
頼もしい言葉です。期待していますよ。
はい。テスさんは前と変わらないね。これならきっとお客さんも喜びますね。うん。せっかく来たんだからソフィーもゆっくりしていってね。はい、そうします。
What I can do is this.
ピアノだ。
おや、ソフィーはピアノに興味がおありですか？
If there's a piano in a game, the character should be able to play. That seems to be the common rule
誰かがこのピアノを弾いて
that I
る
quite
の
accept.
見たことないから。
おや、そうでしたか？時折夜に吟遊詩人のお客様が弾き語りをしてくれることもあるんですよ。
へえ、見てみたいな。
機会があればぜひどうぞ。とても素敵ですよ。そうだ、ソフィーも弾いてみたらいかがです？
There isn't a mini game to play the piano. I'm saying this ahead of time.
私がピアノを？
ええ、誰も弾いていない時でしたらご自由に練習してもらって構いませんよ。
でも私に弾けるかな？
初めから上手に弾ける人は稀ですよ。何事も練習あるのみです。
This is actually a really good lesson for anything. Not everybody is the best at the very beginning. So practice and practice and practice and you'll someday get somewhere. Might not be a master level, but
そ
be good enough that you will enjoy what you're doing
弾いてみようかね。
even more. Adorable. Ta-da. Let's report this one. It's sorry for quality. So you can just give them the worst quality and you will still get the same amount of money if I remember correctly.
ありがとうございます。それ
Was that enough?
Yeah.
Let's go to the atelier. Might not have been enough. Well, maybe just making something or killing something outside would
何
just
を
be
ど
good
の材料を使おう。
quality. Let's get the best quality. So I could use the kind stone, which has a 4 quality on gunpowder reuse. Red uni, it's 15. And this is also a great benefit from knowing these values. It's like I could just use a blue one, which would just introduce a different color, or just use a kind stone, which is a red
こ
one.
んな感じで大丈夫。それじゃ
And if I fill up the panel with more red, I will get a higher bonus on red.
よし、いい流れだよ。
So I'm gonna lay down this red
いい流れだよ。
and then throw
よし、い
this,
い流れだよ。
throw this.
こんな感
I
じ
say
で
that, but I
大丈
get
夫
more. It's more yellow. Let me change things up a bit and do like
よし、
this.
いい流れだよ。好調好調。こんな感じで大丈夫？
I want to get the red up a bit more. This is the experimentation phase for me.
よし、いい
Experiment
流
like
れだよ。
this.
好調好調。よし、いい流れだよ。
And this.
こんな感じで
Yeah,
大
see,
丈
now that I changed a bit the order of materials, now I have physical damage, medium, and bursts. What does burst do? We'll check in a bit.
夫。レベルアッ
I'm gonna level up. So, it says what are the effects, but it doesn't tell you much. And that's why you have the encyclopedia, which tells you what everything means. Burst. Burst deals a minor physical damage to a target and its power is very small. So it's an extra damage added to whenever you use your uni bag. Physical damage small, physical damage medium. Different recoveries. Effects like Wake Up Cup. Restores the target HP, recovery amount increases if it is closer to 7 AM. These are cauldron effects. Different traits. So let's save and let's re-engage or let's visit the new area. Because
さ
new
て
area means new materials and new materials means new things to use. I think here I have like a higher chance to
いい
getting
ものあるかな。
materials like red ore. It's only red pony, no, Dun, 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 dun. So different gather spots give you different materials that should be noted. Like the ones close to the cliff will give you ore, ones different close to plants will give you herbs, etc, etc,
こ
etc.
れって植物だよね。オスカーに聞いたら何かわかるかな。
Let's see what monsters are here. I always forget what monsters. I know like some areas what spawn, but some others is like I just don't pay much attention and just go killing spree. So unlocking the bomb will be done after killing just one enemy. Better get that done and out of the way. So small damage was like what, 15, 13 damage. Let's see what medium damage, physical damage does. And the extra damage 20 to 25. It's still a big upgrade. Tack. So he should be dead. Yeah, he's gonna be dead before he's able to use his attack. And let's put big thick boy on defensive. Follow that drains the entire chain link, so Oscar doesn't get in front and defend. Let's melee this one. No, actually, yeah, let's melee with Oscar. Let's use this here, and let's melee with Monica. Ah, don't damage. 30, one shot. Levels really increase your damage output significantly. Because it's raining now, a different enemy should be spawning. Different material should be on the field. The color spot shining like this means that the material is boosted, higher quality. Some green pony here. Run. Okay, just track on me. Keep running. Keep legging on. But yeah, quality, as the game tutorial said, the quality of it increases the longer you are in the sim gather field. And if it is raining, blah 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 blah, the more the higher orbs there are, the better quality it is. And we can make a bomb, so we reached the stream's name. The cookbook that starts with an A. So I remember the recipe for napalm. Here it is. Cow leather. それだけ。
何かもっとすごいこととか思い出したりしてないの？すごいことですか？ああ、もう一つ。
One more thing.
私は閲覧のためではなく、記入していくために存在している図鑑だということです。
Not for reading, but for recording. In other words,
知識を書き入れてもらうことこそが本会なのです。よくわからないけど、プラフタにレシピを書き込むのは正しい使い方ってことだよね。そういうことです。まあ、書き込んだら本当に記憶も戻ったみたいだし、この方法は合ってるってことだよ。よーし、プラフタの記憶を取り戻すためにもっと錬金術の勉強頑張っ。
of course. Tell you with gathered fields she remembered. Of course. You unlock even more places to go. Now we get to make our first bomb.
よし、何を作ろうかな。
Except we don't, because we don't have paper and we don't have neutralizer. And my alchemy level is low. I haven't unlocked neutralizers yet. Oh. Because I need to do this. Settle. Investigate a bookshelf. And the next Plachta memory unlock is here. I think neutralizers are below and above Settle. Investigating a bookshelf. So we haven't found a bookshelf. But I know in the old town there's a bookstore. So maybe we will get an idea.
エリーゼお姉ちゃん、こんにちは。
Elise is fully.
いらっしゃいソフィー。
よく来てくれたわね。何か探し物？うん、ちょっとエリーゼお姉ちゃんに聞きたいことがあって。何かしら？
I tend to forget that they have unusual eye colors as well, like red or orange and not like brown or green
何かあったの？
or black.
家に変わった本があって、どこで手に入れたのかを調べたかったの。そうだったの。ソフィーのおばあさんはもともとたくさんの本を持っていたからね。私もわからないわ。そっか。ありがとう、エリーゼを。役に立てなくてごめんね。ありがとう。それにしてもどんな本だったの？喋る本だよ。喋る？
They look of concern, disappointment.
そう、喋る本。ソフィー、あなた錬金術のしすぎで疲れているのよ。ちょっと休んだ方がいいわ。あ、信じてないの？だって喋る本なんておとぎ話みたいなんだもの。じゃあ今度アトリエに来てよ。紹介するから。わかったわ。約束だよ。それとせっかく来たんだし本を見ていったら？もしかしたら何か役に立つ本があるかも。
Have a better look, of course. So she's also a store.
どれを？
And you can buy paper. That is. So magic paper is 20 in the category paper, 15 in category fuel, and 10 in the magic item category. So let's get 5 of these. 3 more as well. Category paper. Paper scraps. Yeah. It would be useful. $200 for a citadel. But since it is a library, I can explore and get an idea of how to make paper and run this library to bankruptcy. Because I can just make my own paper now. Good quality paper. Well, good quality, more like I'm not gonna spend 200 coal
何を作ろうか
or
な。
make a citadel, etc. I don't have neutralizer yet. How do I not have neutralizer? Neutralizer R. Area with Oni at night, area red Oni. Right, it's not retroactive, so I already picked red Oni before. But this game doesn't think retroactively. Let's check the requests.
どの
Yeah, starting this now. Blue herbs? Yeah, why not? Quality.
ありがとう。
More medicine. I think they have time limit on this one, so they're alright. Oops.
いらどの
Downpour of Oni. Yeah, so
ありがと
some rumors are like, hey, new event. Okay, in Chickwood they have a dangerous place when you keep falling from trees and when you stop in pain, that's it. Continue, let us put it over and over.
う。いらどの
I'm gonna buy these other things as well. So I have more useful
あり
rumor notes.
ありがとう。
So now that I unlocked that rumor, Chickwood now looks like that. More gathering fields.
さて、
So now the game really opens up and it's like you're free to go anywhere you want. These are the rumored Uni downpour things. Higher quality as well, so. It's ghosties.
よいしょ。うわ、なんだか強そう。
should be difficult. You're able to one-shot these guys.
敵に道具を使うよ。
Physical damage medium. Deals crazy damage.
行くわよ。
Right, yeah, I gathered like some random armor. I should probably equip it. Whatever. Chain Link should be able to reach 100.
せい
And get a follow-up attack by Monica.
行くわよ。
No, by
おい
Oscar.
らが行くぞ。いい汗かいた。
Level 4.
なんだか強くなった気がするよ。
Sophie now gained Aura Field
この
skill.
経験、次に生かさないとね。
Monica has gained Brave
植
Heart.
物のためにオイラは強くなるのさ
And。Oscar gained Base Stability.
頑張っていこう。
Because now I'm level 4, these things are not threatening.
行くわよ。
ドーン。
And in one cycle I can
よ
kill
し
one.
早く植物
Just
観察
melee.
に戻らないと。
Red Uni, are you here?
これって植物だよね。
I think it was closer to the
オスカーに
tree.
聞いたら何かわかる
These are from the downpour, so I think there could be normal Uni. But this one should be the red one,
た
right?
くさん取っちゃうよ。
There you go. And now unlocked. Neutralizer R.
たくさん取っちゃうよ。食べられそうだよね。
Downpour of Uni ended because I collected enough of them. No more downpour. So now let's get back to the atelier. Make the first bomb.
よーし。
Showcase the bomb and then be done with it. Oh, next time I'm gonna get another event. But I mentioned this before early on the stream. If you are interested in acquiring the mysterious saga, which is Sophie, Furious, and Lydian Soul, they got a deluxe release earlier this year, and that should be probably the better version of the game.
ソフィー、
I'm playing right now the original version of the game because I don't have the deluxe version of the game.
うんうん、そうじゃなくて、
Because that is something that they do
の見分け方とかを教えてほしいんだ。
every so often, like a few years after a trilogy has released, they re-release it in a deluxe version and they add like extra content, more optimization, because usually the PC port of the Atelier games is not that great in terms of optimization. Furious being the biggest and worst offender in my opinion.
なるほど、わかりました。
It can get choppy or things, the controls are not that great.
やったー。それじゃあ早速出かけよう。
And there are exceptions with, for example, Sophie. Sophie is amazing. Release, not a bad port to the PC.
そういえば、こうして二人で外に出るのって初めてじゃない？そういえばそうですね。なかなか新鮮な気分です。私、プラフタと一緒に歩けて楽しいよ。ん？いや、飛んでるから歩いてないか。ねえねえ、お姉さん、一つ聞いてもいいかな？
Of course.
私？
Even more weirdos.
お姉さんに質問。そのお空を飛んでいる方は何？どうしよう。見せ物とかにされちゃっても困るし、あんまり人に知られない方がいいよね。私、錬金術師なんだ。この本もね、私が作ったの。
Sophie
本が
just
空を
made
飛んだら
base since
面
like
白いかなって。
3 days ago.
ほら、なんだか
Nobody's gonna buy
て
into
こり
that.
楽しいでしょ。錬金術師。へえ、お姉さんって錬金術師だったんだ。それはなんとも奇遇だね。奇遇ってどういうこと？実は僕たち錬金術について調べてるんだよ。そうなの？こんなに小さいのにすごいね。調べてはいても才能がなくて何もできないんだけど。まあまあ、 できないことを調べるっていうのもなかなか楽しいものだよ。というわけで錬金術師のお姉さん、名前を聞いてもいいかな？私はソフィーだよ。僕はメクレット。私はアトミナ。
Yeah, that was the names. I keep forgetting about their names. I knew Meklit, but Atomina.
さっきも言ったけど、僕たち錬金術を調べてるんだ。ソフィーに錬金術について聞きに行くことがあるかも。その時はよろしくね、ソフィー。いつでも聞きに来てね。じゃあそろそろ帰ろうか。そうね、またね、ソフィー。何なんだろう、あの二人。すごく不思議な感じがしたな。まあいいや。お待たせプラフター。さあ採取に行こうよ。
Just looking.
帰ります。へんてこな空飛ぶ本はアトリエに帰ります。
She got
採
offended.
取はお一人でどうぞ。それでは。
See ya, loser.
さっき言ったこと気にしてるの？冗談だから。ちょっと待ってよ、プラフター。プラフターってば。
We're back in the atelier again. I do not want to see. Red neutralizer. So let's get this red neutralizer thing out of the way.
何
Going
を
to
作ろう。
settle. So, red
材
neutralizer
料は
are
どれにしよう。
good quality. I'm gonna need the keystones for the bomb, so I'm gonna have to use this. And I'm gonna use.
これでいいかな。よし、始めるよ。
If I remember correctly.
悪くないかも。悪くないかも。あ、これ。
Getting these bonuses up.
これでいいかな。
So now the red neutralizer is also able to be picked up by the fuel category,
それじゃ
which
一気に仕上げるよ。
on these neutralizers things helps with shuffling the traits into other items. So normally neutralizers are just neutralizer, and that's it. But now if it is fuel, I can add it into different other components that normally would not use neutralizers, which is important.
どの材料を
Pretty
使おう。
important. Since I have a lot of this good quality uni, let's pick 3 of these, 2 of
こんな
these,
感じで
and
大
one
丈夫。それ
neutralizer.
じゃあ始めよう。何かいいこと起こりそう。
So here, cannot
よし、いい流れだよ。いい
doesn't
感じ。
matter much. I'll actually use the uni last.
何かいいこ
So
と
it
起
has
こり
good
そう。
quality.
よし、いい流れだよ。いい感じ。いい感じ。何かいいこと起こりそう。
This here.
こんな感じでそれじゃ一気に仕上げきた。
I have 4
レベル
settles.
アッ
I should be able to make a bomb. I'm 3 levels too low to actually make the bomb, but
プ。どの材料を使おう。
doesn't matter. None of it matters. Let's get some of these, some of these. 44 points from Stella, and it's also red.
こんな感じで
All of it is red, so the bonus for red is gonna be insane.
よし、いい流れだよ。
These
こ
here.
れをここに入れようかな。
This here.
好調好調。
This one here.
いい感じ。
And put this one big bonus here.
こんな感じで大丈夫？
Fire damage medium inflicts burns and blue flames.
それじゃ一気に仕上げてきた。レベルアッ
You might not need the best bomb, but let's see what these effects are. Inflict burns. Burns deal continuous damage. Effect is very small. Blue flames, if it's harder than usual flames, deals large amount of additional damage and ignores defense. So now, let's equip these to Sophie. By the way, how better armor did I? I've got a better piece of armor, better equip one of these. Another a better traveler vest. Let's equip the bomb to Sophie, showcase it and call it a day. Let's go back to the world map.
さてどこに行こう。
Yeah, great. Pony should be around.
いいものあるかな。
Or they're just blue ones.
これって植物だよね。オスカーに聞いたら何かわかるかな。
ちょっと強そうじゃないかな。
So Unibug is just single target, and the bomb has an AoE. 75 HP. Use mini shovel. So let's see how rough
道具で攻
bomb
撃する。
goes. What was that? 39 and 19? Yeah,
余裕の勝利ね。
no contest. Let's find another one because just two blues and
厄介な相手ね。注意して。
there are also gonna be far more than like 3 enemies. This is the gist of it. Find good AoE bomb. Bomb wipes out the entire
道具で攻撃するよ。
enemy team.
こりゃ
行くわよ。余裕の勝利ね。
Also enemy team. It's like playing like a team-based game or something. Let's go for harder enemies. Can probably handle
こ
them.
の鉱物何かの。
I almost get caught by the green pony.
次はどこに行くの？
The Bliss Forest. No, wait. Yeah, no, the Bliss Forest should be fine.
さあ張り切っていこう。いつも通りにやるだけよ。
Oh, it's an SC enemy. I didn't check the HP actually. Oh, I broke it. Yeah, I can just melee him to death then.
こりゃ
行くわよ。
And now I get a follow up from Oscar.
任せてよ。
Shoot. 16 damage. No big deal. It's gonna be dead before
当たれ。
Kiev even uses
や
anything.
ったね。勝ったよ。
It's a beehive. Please cycle out of these.
これって食べられそうだよね。
Yeah.
試しに味見
Level
してみ
2.
ようかな。採取採取っと。採取採取っと。
Item should hit after I gather this point.
採取採取暗いから慎重に調べなきゃ。よいしょよいしょ。
面倒だから早く終わらせちまおう。
I'll switch gather spots in a minute.
せい
Just getting not a harder enemy than this is doesn't make justice to what I cooked up.
せい
や
もらった。
Failed.
スキャリー。やったね。勝ったよ。
Extra should be. Oh, I got a recipe out of that. Simple sweets.
よ
Let's go
ーし
to here.
どこに行くんだい
The Rocky Mountain. Complete something difficult.
疲れてきたけどまだまだいける。
That looks difficult. Watch me get absolutely destroyed by
なんだか
two
強
birds. Hey. I'm 75, I should be able to kill it. Right, I should be able to kill it. Just in case I'm gonna put my big boy Oscar on defensive.
道具で攻撃するよ。うまく効果が出るかしら。
Knock back. Just the last bomb on Miss Adra. My big thick boy Oscar is gonna be on defensive again to protect.
この道具なかなか効くよ。
お出番だね
It's 45 damage on that bomb. Should be easy. Should be fine.
せい
What damage? Oh my god, Sophie, I hate you. Why would you do so little damage? Your melee attack.
この戦いが終わったらオイラはドーンオイラの負けだ
Oh, Oscar.
みんなお疲れ様。
I still get experience anyway. Move. Get out of here.
たくさん取っちゃうの。一日頑張っちゃうよ。ピカピカ。次はどこに行くの？
Let's go back to Kirchen Bell. More events.
ソフィーいるかしら。あ、エリーゼお姉ちゃんどうしたの？
前にソフィーが言っていた不思議な本を見にね。
それは私のことでしょう。
Each character has a different event story going on.
本が浮いて。
はじめまして、プラフタと申します。
ご丁寧にどうも。私はエリーゼです。そうじゃない。本当に本が話してるわ。
ね、言った通りでしょ。
とても驚いたわ。
こんなに慌てているエリーゼお姉ちゃん初めて見たよ。
Luster is
ね
not quite the
え、
emotion I
と言
would
った
say
わね。
Alice's face is
あ
making.
なたに聞きたいことがあるんだけど、
何でしょうか。
プラフタって今どんな気持ちなの？
ご質問の意図が分かりかねますが。
ごめんなさい。言葉足らずだったわね。プラフタ、あなたは人に読まれている時にどんな気持ちになるのかしら。本の気持ちを知りたいの。
That is a weird sort of feeling to have, to know about.
感情という観点から申し上げるなら、素直に嬉しいと感じております。書物にとって情報が読み手のお役に立てるということは当然の喜びですから。
そうなのね。よかった。なんだか私まで嬉しくなっちゃう。
私のページが埋まっていくことにも心地よさを覚えます。新たなページはきっと新たな読み手を誘ってくれることでしょう。
そうね。人に読んでもらってこその本だものね。
じゃあ私がしっかり読んであげるよ。ええ、あなたには期待していますよ、ソフィー。
二人は仲良しなのね。それじゃあ用も済んだし、私はそろそろ帰るわ。プラフタも本が読みたくなったら私のお店に来てね。
エリーゼの店ですか？ エリーゼお姉ちゃんは本屋さんなんだよ。本屋ですか。それはぜひ行きたいですね。
A book reading other books. It's quite a thing, I guess.
ええ、いつでも歓迎するわ。それじゃあまたね。
Simple sweets. See what other recipe ideas I have. Got. These are all I have. Until I get this out. Farm monster at night and complete more requests. Have unlocked the ingot. Let's save up. I think I will call it for today. Thank you for anybody that has come to watch. I'll probably stream more of these some other time next week. Trying to keep like a different variety sort of thing going on. Because I like just playing different games all together and showcasing some of them that I enjoyed deeply. Sophie being one of those. EDF being another one of those. Morrowind. So on and so forth. But yeah. Thank you for everybody that showed up. Catch you all some other time tomorrow, maybe. See ya.